Yo, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are about to watch Reservoir Dogs. We are getting into Tarantino. Now, listen, Tarantino is a character. I don't, he, I have a love-hate relationship with Tarantino. Not because of his films, but just because of the things he says sometimes. Tarantino can talk. He's a very opinionated man. However, he has a couple films that are, he has a few, more than a couple. He's got a lot of films. I haven't actually seen much of his discography. Filmography, I always say discography, but his genius cannot be denied. And I say that without even having watched his full filmography. We're starting off with Reservoir Dogs. I haven't watched. We'll watch Pulp Fiction because I haven't watched. Jackie Brown, I haven't watched. Kill Bill 1 and 2, I have not. This is really bad. Inglorious Bastards, really? I feel like I kind of watched Inglorious Bastards one time, but I've watched Django Unchained. I've watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I loved Django Unchained. I've seen many films that stylistically remind me a lot of Tarantino in his action because, of course, like like I always say, I love film so much that it's impossible for me to completely sometimes be completely blind to some of these movies that I'm talking about. Like I've seen random clips of action fights from Kill Bill like years ago. So I'm familiar stylistically with Tarantino, especially his action. So there's times that I watch other things and I'm like, oh, that is very Tarantino. But I don't think I've ever looked at his filmography like this and realized I have not watched a d- I have not watched anything. And as such, we are going on a straight Tarantino run. I think we'll probably do Reservoir Dogs for sure, Pulp Fiction. I'll probably watch Jackie Brown, but probably maybe on Patreon only. We're gonna do Kill Bill 1 and 2, and we might leave it there. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, here is from 1992, Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. Let's go.
Time out, Green. Fill that shit to the tourists. Like a Virgin's not about some sensitive girl who meets a nice fella.
This sounds like Tarantino.
It's about, no, granted, no
It is him.
argument.
I was like, are they talking about Madonna songs?
Like early stuff, borderline.
I know this guy, Steve
Preach phase, I tuned out.
But you
Buscemi, Buscemi.
okay, let me tell you what Like a Virgin is. It's all about this coos. And one day she meets this John Holmes. This cat is like Charles Bronson in Great Escape. He's big and Thomas. It hurts. It hurts her. It shouldn't hurt. You know, the pussy should be bubbling on my hand. But when this,
Hello?
you see, the pain is reminding what it was once like to be a virgin. Hence, like a virgin.
Hold on. Whoa.
I'll take care of the check. You guys can get the tip.
Is this like a crime family or something? One thing about I forgot that Tarantino is raw. Let's just say that. Why isn't he in a suit? Is he like the driver or something? Which ones of them are related? It feels like Joe is the top dog. Maybe Tim Roth is his son, which is so weird for me to say because I only know Tim Roth as now like mature gentleman, but he seems quite young in this. It feels like credits, the way it's stylized. It feels like the film is finished.
I'm gonna die! Hold on, buddy.
Oh, are we getting into the crime?
I'm gonna die! Hey! I'm sorry! Hey!
What?
You're hurt bad, but you ain't dying! I'm gonna die!
His girlfriend? Who shot him?
Oh! I was scared of me, Larry! I'm gonna die, I know it! Oh!
That is not his son.
You're gonna be okay!
Stop moving.
You're gonna be okay! Say the goddamn words! You're gonna be okay! Oh, God!
How did we get from A to B?
Come on, who's a tough guy?
How did we go from the opening? Well, it makes sense why he did the credits like that now because the cold second open is crazy. He's not been applying pressure on this thing the entire time.
What are we waiting for?
Apply pressure, do something.
Go ahead and be scared. You've been brave enough for one day. I just want you to relax now.
He's
You're not
going.
gonna Die, you're gonna be fine. When Joe gets here, I'll make you 100% again. Some shot in the belly. Without medical attention, I'm gonna die.
I'm guessing they can't take him to the hospital
Can't take him to the hospital. Stop down, man!
because of what they're involved in.
Just strap me up to the front, man. Strap me on the sidewalk. I'll take care of myself. I won't tell him anything, man. I won't tell him anything. You're not gonna die.
Oh my goodness me.
Along with the kneecap, the gut is the most painful area a guy can get shot in.
Is that true?
But it takes a long time to die from it. I'm talking days. Time is on your side.
Now, set up or what? Shit, Orange got tagged. Where's Brown?
Do we have time to be talking? Are you Joe? Can you get
So
this?
fucking bad.
I'm guessing he's not Joe.
I don't think we got set up. I know we got set up. I mean, really, seriously, we're all those patrol cars cruising that street at that particular moment. In 1 minute, there were 17 blue boys out there, all one for bear, all knowing exactly what the fuck they
I can't take this right now. Please stop. You're stressing me out. And I'm not shot.
Something knows about this place. They got the cops here waiting for us. There could be cops coming here right now.
What's crazy is it feels like Harvey's character loves him, but clearly he loves whatever he does. Larry, that's his name. Larry loves him, but he loves whatever he's involved in more, or maybe he's in fear of whatever he could get done for, more so than he loves him, to take him to the hospital. Why would you leave him by himself in that kind of condition? He might be gone by the time you come back and you haven't even had the time to say bye. Where's Joe?
Come on, Mr. White, man. You could see
Look,
that,
look.
can't you?
Enough of this Mr. White shit.
Oh, wait, man. Don't tell me your fucking name, man. I don't want to know it. Jesus Christ, I ain't gonna tell you mine.
Huh?
How did you get out?
I shot my way out.
Oh, yo. I am so stressed out watching this. This is nuts. I was stressed out listening to Tarantino talk about Madonna. I didn't know what was coming up. Can we go back to that? Can we do another song? Can we break down Vogue?
Did you believe Mr. Blonde?
That's the most insane thing I've ever seen. What if Joe hire a guy like that?
All of them go by Mr. Something. They don't want to reveal their real identity to each other.
Hey, look, did you see what happened to anybody else?
Me and Orange jumped in the car,
Orange?
ground floored it. If they don't know what went down.
Everyone goes by a color.
Got a chance to punch through, you found a hole.
Yeah, and that was a miracle. But even if they did get away, then where the fuck are they?
You don't think it's possible one of them got a hold of diamonds and...
No way. I got the diamonds.
Was this a heist? Were they sent to do a heist by Joe?
So who's the rat this time?
That's what I'm thinking. Literally, I'm going through my brain. Which one?
You know, listen, I mean, Joe set this whole thing up. Maybe he set it up to set it
I
up.
don't buy it. Me and Joe go back a long time. I can tell you definitely Joe don't know a fucking thing about this bullshit.
For all I know, you're the rat.
For all I know, you're the fucking rat.
All right, now you're using your fucking head. And for all we know, he's the rat.
That kid in there is dying from a fucking bullet I saw him take. So don't you be calling him a rat.
Oh, he doesn't know him from anywhere. He's just that kid. I thought maybe them two had a connection. It seemed like they had something.
Come on in this dungeon. I gotta take a squirt.
A what? Don't ever call it a square ever again, please. I'm sorry. I've started off this movie so chaotically. I think I'm understanding now. I'm getting to grips with what's going on.
So explain the telegram.
Oh.
Busted in and busted out of a diamond wholesaler.
Can you move the ice afterwards? I don't know nobody that can move ice.
What's the cut, Papa?
Juicy, Junior. Real juicy.
Again, I'm now understanding everything.
I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna check into a motel for a few days. You know, I'll lay low and I'll call Joe. 50 diners.
What do you guys think? You left him there for how long?
He ain't dead.
Oh.
Without medical attention, he will die for sure.
What are we gonna do, man? We can't take him to a hospital.
So the original guy that was paying, I thought he was a sideman. I didn't realize he was the guy.
You got an idea? Spit it out.
Joe could help. You get in touch with Joe.
He's supposed to be here, but he ain't, which is making me very nervous about being here. Even if he is on the up and up, he planned the robbery and he's got a bloodbath on his hands now. If I was him, I'd try and put as much distance between me and this mess as humanly possible.
The zoom in or the pan in.
Before you got here, Mr. Orange was asking me to take him to a doctor.
That's Mr. Orange.
Since you don't know nothing about us, I say it's his decision.
Well, he knows little about me.
I was gonna say, because he called him Larry, he must know
What?
him personally.
Wait. You didn't tell him your name, did you?
I told him my first name and where I was from.
Okay, is that it?
Why? What was telling him your name when you weren't supposed to?
He asked. We had just gotten away from the cops. He just got shot. It was my fault he got shot. I'm trying to comfort him. I mean, the man was dying in my arms. What the f was I supposed to do? F you and f Joe!
Oh,
Now he knows A, your name, B, what you look like, C, where you're from, and D, what your specialty is. They're not gonna have to show him a hell of a lot of pictures for him to pick you out. Some fellas are lucky and some ain't.
oh.
You touching me for, man?
I want to say deserved.
I'm acting like a professional. They get him, they can get you. They get you, they get closer to me, and that can't happen.
I mean,
You're gonna be like,
it's true.
shit, 15 minutes ago, you almost told me your name. You're putting there stuck in a situation you
I
created.
don't like that we're backing away. Oh,
You kids shouldn't play so rough. Somebody's gonna start crying.
Mr. Blonde,
that's Mr. Blonde.
kicking me?
I thought Mr. Blonde would be blonde.
Figured you were dead. Hey, you okay? Did you see what happened to Blue?
They said you were moving erratic.
Look, Brown is dead. Orange got it in the belly. Still alive.
Enough! Enough! You better start talking, asshole, because we got shit we need to talk about.
Nobody's going anywhere. Piss on this turd. We're out of here. Don't take another step, Mr. White.
You maniac!
Are you in charge?
What the f are you talking about?
That f shooting spree! In the store, remember?
Gaslighting is crazy.
If I know what kind of guy you were, I never would have agreed to work with you.
Are you gonna bark all day, little dog?
Oh my goodness me.
Or are you gonna bite? What was that?
Oh.
Hey, look, you two assholes, calm the f down. Hey, come on, back up. You guys working like a bunch of man. You work, huh? Just like you two. Always another
What? Wait. Hold on. I need to calm down because that was so. I'm at home, minding my business.
You said yourself you thought about taking him out.
Fucking said that.
Yeah, I did, okay? I did. But that was then. Right now, this guy is the only one I completely trust. Look, I know I'm no piece of shit.
Are you sure?
Let's try and figure out who the bad guy is, all right?
I bet you're a big Lee Marvin fan, aren't you?
Who's Lee Marvin?
I got something outside that I'd like to show you guys, so follow me.
Why do I feel like it's a dead person? I don't like how chill he is in all of this, and his posture and his mannerisms. It's frustrating me.
We're gonna stick around, we're gonna wait. What for, the cops?
And I'm a chill person.
Nice guy, Eddie.
Yeah.
What makes you think he's on a plane right now, halfway to Costa Rica? Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's a body, but it's not dead.
Keep your chin up, I'll be talking to you.
Don't worry.
Ah, so his real name is Vic Vega, Mr. Blonde.
You're welcome home, Vic.
What a weird embrace.
Who's your parole officer? Seymour Scagnetti. He's a fucking asshole. Won't even let me leave the halfway house. I want you to know I appreciate all the packages you sent me on the inside.
What the hell was I supposed to do? Forget about you?
Oh,
Sitting there, but I don't believe
you.
it. How you doing?
This is who I thought was Mr. Blonde.
I walk in the door, he's like, Vic, I'm so glad somebody's finally here who knows what's going on. My son Eddie's a up.
Oh,
No lie to a guy's just gonna throw you in the fire.
that's why in the beginning, the two of them, Joe and Eddie, weren't wearing the suits. It's because he's the main man and that's his son.
You sick bastard, Vic. You tried to fuck me in my father's office. Look, Vic, whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own home, go to it. But don't try to fuck me. I like you a lot, buddy, but I don't think you're that.
The joke finished a long time ago. Why is he still going?
It might break you in, nice guy, but it'd make you my dog's bitch.
Walks into prison, a white man, walks out talking like a... It's all that black semen been pumped up your ass.
I'm sick of it. How about you? Sit down.
You're sick of it.
I can't come back to work for you guys if I gotta worry about making some silly-ass 10 o'clock curfew every fucking night.
Look, we can get you a lot of legitimate jobs. I'll get you down to Long Beach as a dock worker. You ain't gonna lift shit. But as far as the records are concerned, you do.
You know, I really appreciate what you guys are doing, but I'd like to know when I can come back, you know, do some real work.
Look, we're just getting ready for a big meeting right now in Vegas.
Just let Eddie for now set you up at Long Beach. Job, give you some cash.
Some cash.
We'll talk to you, all right? Rick, how would you feel about pulling a job with about 5 other guys?
Right.
No, look at me. You f***ing what in the sandhills down here?
Holy shit, Orange is dead.
No, he's not dead.
Have you checked?
What? Nobody set anybody up.
The cops were there waiting for us, man.
Bullshit.
The way he's replying feels like he knew
I
that.
did it. You think I set you up?
Felt like it from your answers.
I talked to Dove. He says Daddy's coming down there and he's pissed.
What are you gonna do about it?
Jesus Christ, give me a chance to breathe. I got a few questions of my own.
You ain't dying, he is.
Brown's dead? Are you sure?
I'm sure. I was there.
Which one was Brown? Who's left? Tarantino and someone else.
If you beat this prick long enough, I'll tell you started the goddamn Chicago fire. Now that don't necessarily make it so! Who's got the stones? Please.
Stashed like we were sure this place wasn't a police station.
Good for you. Now let's go get it. Blondie, stay here and babysit them two. White and pink, you take a car each.
You can't leave these guys there with him.
Why not?
Because he's a psycho.
I fucking walked in here.
I thought someone was walking
I
in.
told these guys about staying put. Mr. White whips out his gun. He's sticking it in my face.
Was that improv?
The drug turned into a shooting spree.
I feel like that was improvised.
This is what he was doing. Bam! Bam! Bam!
If they hadn't have done what I told them not to do, they'd still be alive.
My fucking year.
This is just, everything is a mess. I'm tired. I don't want to stay here with him and these two. Can we go?
Alone at last.
Here he goes.
I told you I don't know anything about any f***ing setup.
Even your boss said there wasn't a setup.
My what?
Your boss. I mean, he told you to stay here and you listened, so.
Excuse me, pal. I don't really give a good fuck what you know or don't know, but I'm gonna torture you anyway.
Why?
Regardless. Not to get information. It's amusing to me to torture. That's all.
Yeah, Mr. White was right. You are sick. You are a psycho.
You ever listen to K. Billy's
You're.
for sounds of the 70s?
You played, Tarantino just played the song for us. Please, can we. I thought he was going to finish him off. Take off an ear? I knew it.
Hey, what's going on? You hear that?
You're so sick. What happened to you that you became this ill? He's not even dancing in beat, man. Get off my screen.
What's the matter?
Don't do this. Please.
That burn a little bit?
Stop. I'm begging you. I don't do it.
Can we just get like a splash on his shoes and his trousers by accident so he ends up setting himself on fire? Because I can't take this. This is crazy.
Y'all done?
Don't.
Fire, scare.
Yes, Tim Roth. Thank you, Mr. Orange. I love you. Oh my goodness me. Completely forgot there was anyone else in this room. You want to give him one more? I don't mind. He's pale. Say thank you.
Hey,
God bless you. Not quite.
listen to me more than Nash. I'm a cop.
Oh?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, your name's Freddy something.
Oh?
Freddy Noonlight.
Oh?
Frankie Fischetti introduced us about 5 months ago. That's sick. Come on, I need you to hold on. This cop's waiting a block away.
The f are they waiting for? You! I'm dying here!
It's true. He's literally dying, and he's holding on.
Not to make a move till Joe Cabot shows up.
What? How are you going to explain why he died? How are you going to explain why Mr. Blonde is dead? I mean, I'm still happy, but...
Say hello to my motherfuckers and son. Cabot's doing a job and take a big fat guess who wants on a team. Mr. White? No, he ain't familiar. He ain't one of Cabot's soldiers either. He's gotta be from out of town.
This is sweet, man, because if this crook's a Brewers fan, his ass has got to be from Wisconsin. And I bet you everything from a diddle-dad Joe to a damned if I know that in Milwaukee, they got a sheet on this Mr. White motherfucker's ass.
Oh, literally everything that Mr.
Nice guy called to check it out. Said it was okay.
I always forget which one Steve Buscemi is. Mr. Pink, right?
This is a very weird situation.
I've never seen Tim Roth this young. I've only known him to be like, I don't know, 45, 50 plus.
All my senses, blood in my veins, everything I am is screaming, take off, man. Just bail, just get the out of there.
Oh.
I'm just standing there drenched in panic, and all these sheriffs looking at me.
This is good.
Hey, so anyway, I got my gun drawn, right? And I got it pointed right at this guy.
Oh.
So, you know, then like nothing. The guy snaps out of it and casually puts his hands on the dash.
I know this ain't real, but
You know how to handle that situation. Just pants and dive in and swim.
some really interesting methods to tell the story.
You remember the Fantastic Four?
Yes, Silver Surfer. You had a poster.
Flame on and shit.
Thing. Mother. Looks just like the Thing.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah.
Hey, showtime. Grab your jackets. I'm parked outside.
This song was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Black women ain't the same as white women. What a white would put up with, a black wouldn't put up with for a minute, man. They got a line, and if you cross it, they fuck up.
I gotta go along with Pink on that.
Can you just leave us out of this, please?
Why is it that every nigger I know
Make you a bet that those same damn who are showing their ass in public, when they get them home, man, they chill the fuck.
Well, it's not the black Beverly Hills. It's the black Palos Verdes. Anyway,
Just get the story over with, please.
put some wacko glue on his dick and glues his dick to his belly.
Nah.
Excuse?
I'm serious, man.
Huh?
How would you feel if every time you had to take a piss, you had to do a handstand?
Five guys sitting at a bullpen.
Oh, I forgot about the old guy.
With the exception of Eddie and myself, we already know, we're going to be using aliases on this job. Under no circumstances do I want any one of you to relate to each other by your Christian names. Here are your names. Mr. Brown.
Right.
Mr. White.
Right.
Mr. Blonde.
Right.
Mr. Blue. Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Because you're a
Yo.
I stand outside and guard the door. I don't let anybody go in or go out.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown waits in the car. It's parked across the street, flanking the signal, and pulls up in front of the store.
Then Mr. Blue.
Crowd control. Handle customers and employees.
That girl's ass.
Sitting right here on my dick. What happens if the manager won't give you the diamonds?
They're not supposed to give you any resistance whatsoever. Take the butt if you're gonna smash their nose in. Everyone jumps. He falls down screaming, blood squirts out of his nose. Freaks everybody out. Nobody says that.
Huh.
You might get some big talk shit to you, but give her a look like you're gonna smash her in the face next. Watch her shut the up.
This is where Mr. Brown is gonna die, right?
Got blind, man. I'm fucking blind.
You're not blind, just got blood in your eyes, right?
Oh. Oh.
Is he dead? Did he die or not?
Oh. Wouldn't you want to change in this very specific outfit? Like at least lose the blazer or something?
Right there!
Oh, she's got her own. Oh, she's the one that shot. She's the one. That's why he was like, she shot me. I was like, who's she? Was it a female police officer? No.
I'm sorry. She killed me. Who the f*** car that?
Hey, just cancel that right now.
I'm gonna die, I know it.
Oh. And here we are. How do you explain this?
Slash the cop's face. Cut off his ear. I was gonna burn him alive.
Oh, he just admitted to it.
Mom went crazy. Slashed the cop's face. Cut off his ear. I was gonna burn him alive.
This cop?
Eddie was pulling a burn, man. He was gonna kill the cop and me. When you guys walked through the door, he was gonna blow you to hell and make out for the diamonds.
Was a stone cold psycho.
Oh.
Ask the cop if he didn't just kill him. Talk about what he was gonna do when he was slicing him up.
You're saying that Mr. Blonde was gonna kill you, and then when we got back, he was gonna kill us, take the satchel of diamonds and scram. I'm right about that, right? That's correct.
I swear on my mother's eternal soul is what happened.
The man you just killed just got released from prison. He got caught at a company warehouse full of hot items. He could have fucking walked. He had to do was say my dad's name, but he didn't. He kept his mouth shut. He did 4 years for us.
Oh.
You're telling me that this very good friend of mine, who in 4 years never made a deal no matter what they dangled in front of him. He's just gonna decide out of the blue to rip us off? Why don't you tell me what really happened?
The hell for?
Oh, it's time.
Could be more bullshit.
Where is everyone?
This man set us up.
Oh no.
That lump is working with the LAPD.
Joe, I don't know what you think you know, but you're wrong.
Like hell I am.
Joe, trust me on this. You've made a mistake.
How does he know? Probably has someone else on the inside, right?
The cocksucker tipped off the cops, and I Mr. Brown and Mr. Blue killed.
Mr. Blue is dead?
Dead as Dillinger. Was the only one I wasn't 100% on. I should have my fucking head examined going ahead when I wasn't 100%.
That's your proof?
You don't need proof when you have instinct.
You lost your mind. Joe, you're making a terrible mistake. I'm not gonna let you make it.
There's no need for this, man.
Joe, if you kill that man, you die next.
Oh?
Larry, we have been friends.
That's what I'm thinking.
But I will put bullets right through your heart. You put that gun down.
What's Larry's history that he's so connected to this?
Don't make me do this.
Larry, stop pointing that gun at my dad!
Well, Joel's gone. Eddie's gone. It doesn't seem like Larry's completely gone yet. Neither Mr. Orange, but Mr. Orange is literally on the verge of death. He's been. And he gets to escape? This racist. Don't. He's done. Here they come.
Looks like we're gonna do a little time.
Oh.
Larry. So sorry.
Oh. The gun. The gun. I sent some last to play with this gun. There you go.
Drop the fucking gun, buddy! Now! Put the gun down! I'm fucking blowing you away!
Guys, this is about to be I'm probably going to ramble, which I love to do, to be honest. So don't expect order. Don't expect things to make complete sense. Literally just pick out things from what I'm about to say. Because this film, let's start. Because this is a really well-made, excellently acted film. You know, immediately what I felt on conclusion when I'm analyzing the type of film I've just watched, to me, it feels like a stage play. Like, it feels like theater. Like, I'll be very shocked if this has never been turned into, why am I so far away? I'll be very shocked if this has never been turned into a stage play, because that's how it feels to me. Majority of it takes place in one room, and a lot of the heavy lifting is in the performance and the acting. I'd even put the performance and the acting more so than the script. However, the screenplay, less so the actual dialogue, but the screenplay of the story as a whole, I think it's rich. And it's a short movie. Like, it went by pretty quick. It was an hour and a half. But it's tight, it's succinct. Ideas that Tarantino is looking to put forward in this movie, they're clear, excellently executed, and the performances are stellar. That last scene with Harvey Keitel and Tim Roth, the acting from both of them, but specifically in that last scene, I felt it so much from Harvey Keitel as Mr. White or Larry. The cries, the guilt, the shock and the disbelief that he was lied to, all of that in that short time in that performance, the hurt, the pain, knowing what he was about to do, I somewhat feeling that he still didn't want to do it because he not loved is the wrong word, but he has something there for that for Mr. Orange. You know, at points in this film, I'm like, why does he like I think I asked the question, like, he seems to love this boy so much that and they seem to have such a relationship. I mean, from the very opening when he's driving him to the warehouse or this place, I'm like, this I thought this was like his son because I'm like, their relationship feels that way. And I think I was right. I corrected myself in the film and was like, oh no, they're not father and son. But I mean, technically, that's the kind of relationship, that's the vibe I get from this relationship, or maybe younger brother. But there's a paternal aspect to Mr. White in relation to Mr. Orange. He feels like he really cares for him, like he wants to look after him, to the point that I questioned if he was actually his father. And to the point that I was like, why does he actually care about him so much when it was revealed he wasn't his father and that they met in the lead up to this job? And for me, it feels like this is going to get messy as I continue to speak about this, but Mr. White, out of the actual criminals, because of course we find that Mr. Orange is not actually a criminal, there is something about him that feels distinct from the others. Very distinct. He almost seems honorable. If you didn't know what he was involved in, you would think this is a stand and what he talks about with these guys separately, you would think he's a very stand-up guy. And so I think that's part of it, but probably the heaviest part is the guilt because he's the one that he's partly in a way responsible for Mr. Orange getting shot. And so a lot of this is like guilt that, oh my gosh, I've let this boy, this young man, you know, he's almost like, he feels like a veteran almost. I thought he was Joe in the beginning because that's how he feels. That's how he comes across when he was sitting. Joe was almost pretty much quiet for the most part in that group setting. So I felt that veteran, like he's the guy, he's the older one here, he's in charge. I felt that even though he's not top dog, he is almost second in command. It feels that way anyway. And that's because of all the qualities I'm talking about. This veteran kind of energy, paternal quality to him. But yeah, I think a large part of that relationship and why he was so distraught about Mr. Orange getting shot and wanting to do everything, well, I say everything, wanting to do as much as he can to help Mr. Orange is because of guilt. I think where there's conflict within Mr. White, and this is why the film is so interesting, is as much as I've said all these good things about him, he's a criminal. And he also has a loyalty to this thing that reveals itself in the way he reacts to the fact that there could be someone in the group who has betrayed them. So as much as I'm saying all these things that are good about him, etc., that has a ceiling. And the ceiling is he still has the same loyalty that I'm talking about as a good quality of him is mixed in with his criminal life. And therefore, of someone, you know, having betrayed them or having been a snitch or been an insider disgust him, which first of all is why he absolutely refuses to believe that it could possibly be Mr. Orange, but is also part of the reason why he absolutely refuses to take him to the hospital, even though he's so distraught about having put him in this situation. He's like, no, I'm so emotional and I feel so bad and all these things, but I refuse to take you to a hospital because I'm still loyal to the game, essentially. And then thirdly, is part of the reason why he shoots him in the end, because in the end, you betrayed me and you basically broken my whole system, my whole code of values, everything. Like you saying you're an insider, you basically removed one of my foundational pillars. So he's such an interesting character. And Harvey Keitel was amazing. As I said, Tim Roth also absolutely. He basically spends this entire movie on the floor suffering, apart from the flashback scenes. And there's a bit of humor in his performance as well, but also having to be in that vocal range and display that kind of pain or portray that kind of pain throughout this entire movie. And, you know, I didn't even that he would be the guy. I don't think I believed it. You know what? I was actually being convinced that possibly Joe or Eddie, whoever his name is. They could possibly have set this up. I didn't have any inkling why, but that was just the vibe I was getting. I myself was just not willing to believe that it was Mr. Orange. And yet when Mr. Orange reveals it, I'm like, yeah, of course it was Mr. Orange. Mr. Blonde, I believe played by Michael Madsen. I hate his guts. He was great. He was great. I hate his little dancey dance. I hate how relaxed he is. You know what's so funny? People people around me will tell you I'm very slow to anger. It takes a lot to rattle me. And so people usually get irritated when they see like they're intentionally trying to rattle me and it's not working. And I'm the most chill person in the room when sometimes when the most chaotic or people are angry. And it can rattle people around me. And it's so funny that it's happening to me watching this character because I'm like, I wouldn't be as douchey like that, but like you won't see the panic in me externally. I'd be very chill, but I wouldn't be condescending or nor trying to patronize people. So he wasn't the same, but I respect and hate the chill of it all. Do you get what I mean? I think I was saying his name wrong throughout this entire movie. Steve Buscemi or Buscemi, I think it is rather. Not Buscemi or Buscemi. Forgive me. But he was great. He was annoying and I hated his guts. What's so interesting? What's so interesting is I noticed in my reaction that I was like, him? Like, because obviously he walks away with the money. I was like, that racist? Everyone in this movie. And this is probably going to get to a lot of my heavy feelings about this movie, confused feelings. But everyone in this movie, not everyone, majority, in fact, I think it's very intentional that we see all of these characters participate in these racist conversations. And the guy who is, let's just say, on the side of good, the non-criminal, should I say, who is Mr. Orange. Was his name Henry or Freddie or something like that? He's the one that's sitting down with the black guy, his fellow cop. He's the black guy. He's the one that's having conversations. He's the one that seems to be friendly or have friends who are black. Everyone else, including the person who I've just talked about his quality and his character and all of these things being Harvey Keitel's character, Larry, Mr. White, everyone else was freely indulging, especially Mr. Pink, in these racist conversations. This is where the tension within me lies for this movie because we're talking about a time period here and we are talking about a group of people. These are criminals. I should not be expecting these people to be stand-up citizens. I should somewhat expect the worst. And I think Tarantino is intentional in that, especially with what I just referenced, the only black guy being friends or being a colleague of the good guy in this movie, the good guy. But yeah, Mr. White, who I've just picked up, he was participating in these conversations. He was saying words very freely. And then also the scene where he's talking to Mr. Orange about what to do in certain situations when the heist or the robbery starts. And he's talking about women. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something wild. So these characters are not supposed to be upstanding citizens. I shouldn't be expecting them to be of good standing in terms of their socio-political standings, whatever you want to call it, their values, their morals, how they view people, etc. And I'm well aware of that. And I think there's a need for there to be authenticity for this time period, for these characters. Criminals in this time period, white criminals in this time period, I would expect them to talk like this. Why would I expect them to have positive views on X group of people? However, it's not an easy watch. And I think I hope you can respect that. It's not an easy watch. It wasn't for me anyway. I don't know how other black people feel. But for me, I'm really enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the plot. I'm enjoying some of the characters. And then every so often, I'm just like, not that it isn't authentic, but it's like, I'll say this. I felt like I got it the first time. I think there was enough in certain scenes where I was like, okay, these are not people I'm supposed to like. I think I understood that like fairly early on. And so when we have multiple scenes where sometimes the same character is making a racist remark or discussing black people and black women and black men, and on top of that, this is Tarantino. Scenes don't finish after one remark. They go on and on and on and on. And I'm caught sometimes between like, okay, Tarantino, can you stop? Like, I get it. And also thinking, is his point trying to stress me out and just wanting them to stop? Like I'm caught between the two. And I don't know where I've landed yet, but what I can say is I I struggle to enjoy that. I cannot honestly sit here and say that I sit through the. Well, I mean, you saw me in those scenes. I don't sit here like, yeah, like it's not fun. And so even when I think this movie is so excellently done, so well acted, I'd love to see a stage play of this movie. I'm also remembering the multitude of scenes where I'm just like, oh, please, can we just like, I get it. I actually get it. I've heard. Thank you. God bless. I'm not supposed to like these characters, and I don't. I think the other layer within this that I don't think I need to see more Tarantino to see how I feel about this. But I've heard in the past people comment about language within Tarantino films and whatever have you. The thing with Tarantino's dialogue is sometimes it feels like he's having real life conversations. He's fitting real conversations he has in real life or like thoughts that he has in the shower or thoughts that he has before he goes to sleep. Sometimes his scenes and the dialogue around them, it feels like these are things that Tarantino's thinking and he places it within his movie so he can almost have this conversation or share his viewpoint on these topics with other people. Especially within that first scene, I'm 100% certain that those are Tarantino's thoughts, both on Madonna. It has to come from somewhere. And I'm pretty sure it's from. This is a conversation he has with himself about Madonna's "Like a Virgin" song. Also, the thing on tipping. I'm confident those are within his brain, sitting there as things he believes himself or that he's argued with himself about. And so the lines can get blurred when you have scenes that they live as long as those scenes. You know, like I think I said a couple in this times in this, like I mentioned. Okay, Tarantino, thank you. Let's move on. And that's because Tarantino he clearly likes his dialogue to be, he likes to have a full conversation that sometimes you feel like, is this even supposed to be part of this movie? Does this actually have anything to say? Or are we meant to take away anything from this? Or is this just a conversation? And when he starts doing that with characters who are racist, it can blur the lines and you're like, okay, Tarantino, who is saying this? Is it the character or is it you? Or less so who's saying this, but it's like, Tarantino, are things on your mind? Like, so yeah. I mean, as you can tell, I'm just in a complex place. I don't really do ratings at the end of my movie anyway. I just talk. And through my voice, you can hear the complexities of how I feel about things. And I feel all over the place with this movie. I really enjoyed aspects of it. I think it's a really well made. I love the story between Mr. White and Mr. Orange. I love the overall story, not just between them, but I really enjoyed that dynamic, that relationship, more than anything in this film. Yet, I don't know that I want to watch this film again. I also don't know that this story works if these characters aren't as authentic as Tarantino has them be in this film. So is everything necessary? Is the racism, the misogyny, all of that? Some people would say yes, it's necessary because we're not supposed to like these characters. So let them be as they should be. It's complex. But yeah, there's not really a conclusion to my thoughts. They just are. And you'll take them as they are. But let me know your thoughts. I understand what I spoke about a lot in the second half of that kind of little ramble is not something everyone's going to resonate with because not everyone's black. But feel free to tell me how you feel about the movie as a whole. When you went to see it in the cinema, how did you feel? Did you watch it when it came out in the cinema? Or are you, if not, when did you watch this film? How did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? What do you think about the characters? I'm interested to see how the comments go on this one. It could be a mess. I enjoy chaos. Deuces.